Sam Heughan leaving Outlander to become 007 in new series. Goodbye. Sam Heughan stood on the high hill behind Lallybroch Castle. The wind blew through his brown hair, pulling at the thick coat. In the distance, wildflowers sang happily. But in his heart, a storm was brewing. He could feel every beat, like a horse treading on an awkward banquet of the soul. At the foot of the hill was the old house where he had been attached since childhood, with his friends, his family, and Claire, who had stood by him through thick and thin. Looking at the moss-covered stone walls, Sam remembered the early days when he was just Jamie Fraser, a tall, sturdy man who fought for honor, for love. But today, he was no longer Jamie. Sam pulled at the three-headed phoenix necklace, a gift from Claire when he first returned to her from Outlander, feeling heavy. He knew he had to say goodbye. In the waiting room after the final filming, the cast and crew gathered. Lights, camera, cut. The last lines of the script were recorded. Sam stood still in the crowd. Kieran, the actor who played Fergus, approached. His eyes were filled with emotion. Sam, what? Didn't you say anything? Kieran asked. His voice choked. Sam turned his head, looking into Kieran's eyes, his best friend who was like a younger brother. He smiled awkwardly. Fergus, thank you for everything. His voice was broken. No one asked more. The answer was enough. Claire, outside in the closed trailer, no glasses or sunglasses. She stepped out, the sunlight gently shining on her bright red hair. Claire approached, holding Sam's hand. Are you really leaving? Sam nodded, his heart aching. You have a chance, an opportunity you can't refuse. Claire let go, her eyes dry. James Bond. Sam didn't answer. He tilted his head, smiling slightly. I love you. There were no more words. The calling from the secret agent, the James Bond mission required more than fighting skills. It required courage, sharpness, an indomitable spirit, and most of all, selection. Sam wasn't chosen for nothing. The story began when he was still in Scotland, resting after finishing the final part of Outlander. One afternoon, while Sam was working out at the gym and working out, he received a phone call without a number. The voice on the other end of the line was cold. Mr. Heughan, this is MI6. Be ready to meet us. Sam understood. He asked, is there any chance for an actor like me? The voice replied simply. We want you to be the new 007. Prepare for the challenge. Sam hung up. His heart was pounding. He ran into the room, threw open the door, and shouted at the blank wall, 007. James Bond. He knew this was not a role. This was a different mission. Strict selection. Over the next 3 months, Sam underwent a series of tests, very real, not just physical. He participated in close combat training, shooting, off-road racing, picking explosives out of a device, implying, used to bomb defuse, like in the movies. There were also communication skills, diplomacy, the ability to explore, decipher codes, and especially acting when playing a role to gather information in sensitive situations. The final interview took place in London, right in the MI6 office headed by M. The meeting room was dark, bathed in soft light. M faced Sam. His face was cold but somewhat sympathetic. It sounds strange to put an actor in the role of a spy. Do you feel confident with the name, James Bond? M said sternly. Sam stood up straight, not faltering. He took a deep breath. I don't just play the role, I live it. Every aspect, skills, intellect, steel, I commit to the mission. I will be Bond, but with my own identity. M smiled vaguely, then nodded. Okay, Mr. Heughan. Welcome to MI6, withdrawing from Outlander. Back at the end of the final episode of Outlander, Sam knew he had to announce it to the audience. The PR team was mobilized. The press release went out. Sam Heughan will temporarily step down as Jamie Fraser to take on a new role in the James Bond series produced by Eon Productions. Buzz everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, everyone was asking, is it true? Is Sam really Bond? What will happen to Outlander? Fans were debating heatedly. Some were worried about Claire, about Jamie's soul and identity. Some people are excited about the new Bond. A special interview on Good Morning Britain. Sam expressed, Outlander is the most memorable journey of my life. But Bond, it is a part of the world's memory. I wanted to bring Jamie Fraser into Bond, not to Scotland, but to the human soul. The audience was really surprised. Sam held his wife's hand backstage, who has always supported him, and burst into tears. Clips and Storm. The new Bond's first mission is in Scotland. MI6 is investigating an underground organization, using a natural cave system under a high mountain range. Rumors say that this organization is producing a new biological weapon, which can destroy residential communities. Sam landed at Edinburgh Airport, picked up his weapon, a classic Walter PPK, and walked through the steep mountain ranges. He wore a black suit, sunglasses, and walked timidly. He feels a strange and familiar feeling, like he's back in Lallybroch, but this time he's a spy. The scene isn't real. It's real training. MI6 sets up a penetration training session, simulating a biological attack. Sam has to decipher a nuclear code written in Gaelic, the same trace Jamie used for his escape. He remembers how Claire helped him solve an identical puzzle, cooperation and love. At the top of the cave, Sam confronts the mastermind, a Mr. X, equipped with body armor and a chemical spray gun. The confrontation is tense. Sam dodges a charge, blocks a bullet, using skills from Outlander, kicks, punches, along with a quick reaction kit. Finally, he takes down the enemy, rescuing the captured spy. MI6 announces, mission accomplished. He escapes, sweating, hastily puts on his coat. Met M on the phone, only heard one sentence, Bond, congratulations.